Yo, 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 can you guys hear me? All right, perfect. Watching AMD here, man. Wait, I'm hoping we get a retest here of 226.38. We can get a retest and hold. And then a back above the opening, we can look for calls. Has room up to 234.71. I'm also liking Nvidia here. Has a nice little gap over red. If we can get an open over 186.99 and then spike below and then back above the opening, then we can look for calls. Has room up to 189.12, then 190. We can also look for the break and retest of 186.99. What else looks so decent? TSM has earnings, but I don't know if you guys want to take an earnings play. You guys know how crazy these get right here. It gets real crazy. So it's up 4.5% in the pre-market. It's currently at 342. It's currently right here, 342. We can look for a hold and then target 349.99. Just know it's an earnings play, man. You guys know those things move very fast. I'm really liking AMD, man. Let's see if it gives us an entry. Let's see if it holds. Got about a minute left to market open. There's a couple things that look good. MU also looks good. It can hold 344.1, has room up to 351.23. No. Let's see what we get. We got about 30 seconds left to market open. Oof. AMD's gonna print without us? Damn it. I'm gonna chase AMD. I'm gonna chase AMD here. It's not a good idea. I took the I took the 230 call. I chased it, but it's not a great idea, to be honest. Up 10%, 15%. I'm gonna trim here.
Order partially filled.
Trim here at 24%. 30%, 31%. Beautiful gains, guys. I'm going to trim some more here.
Order filled.
45%. Beautiful move, guys. Wow. 53%. Beautiful move.
Order cancelled. Order filled.
I trimmed some more, guys. Beautiful gains, guys. Take your profits, please, guys. I'm all out of AMD. I'm all out of AMD, guys. We're coming up on target. I'm all out. Beautiful move, guys. Wow, what a move on AMD, guys. Hopefully you guys took it, man. How many of you guys took AMD with me? Oh my gosh, why did I sell AMD? Lord. Oh my Lord, why did I sell AMD? If you took AMD with me, you should be up 112%. Massive gains, guys. Massive gains. If you took AMD with me, you should be up 120%. Watching video? Oh yeah, I'm watching video right now. Let me switch to the 2-minute chart. I've been looking at the 5-minute chart by mistake, guys. Hold on. Oh man, look at this. My Thinkorswim is freezing. I need to find out what is making. Sorry guys, I can't really update my charts, guys. I need to figure out what I need to do with my Thinkorswim so it doesn't lag like this, guys. But yeah, guys, I sold AMD early because, like I said, guys, I chased. We did not get the retest that I wanted of 226.38 right here. I really wanted this retest, and I wanted to get back above the opening. We never got that. We pretty much got a gap and go. I really don't like to chase gap and goes, but that's pretty much what I did. I went light. I didn't go heavy, went light. But hey, guys, can you believe that, man? Literally 100% gains in 2 minutes, guys. 100% gains in 2 to 3 minutes. You cannot beat that, guys. Okay, NVIDIA's looking good, guys. I'm looking to alert the one. I'm going to alert the 188 call, guys. I'm not going to take it. Let me say prepare. I'm going to say prepare NVIDIA. Prepare NVIDIA 168 call. Wait, 168? 188 call. Sorry, guys. 188 call. Kind of mad I sold AMD a little too early, but I like to sell. I like to sell into strength. I don't like to really wait for the retest. I don't really like to wait for the test of the level, for the touch of the level. I like to sell into strength. I like to sell while we're moving up. Also, it was a beautiful move, guys. You cannot. I did not want to give back any gains, any profits. I did not want to give back any profit. But if I would have held a little longer, it would have went from 60% to 110%. Yeah, but I got all out at 54%. It's a big difference, 112% to 54%. There's one little candle here made it go from 50% to 112%. I would have waited just 2 more minutes. But again, I do not like to wait for the test of the level to sell. I like to sell into strength. Cost me a couple of percentages. But hey, you can't beat that, guys. Literally over 60% gains in under 2 minutes. Cannot beat that. You cannot beat that. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. Can you hear me? So why are you saying you can't hear me, Jamie? Oh, okay. You guys, you didn't take AMD? Oh man, what is going on with you guys, man? I literally told you guys that was my main watch. I told you guys AMD was my main watch. I didn't make much though. I went light. I went light. It's OPEX week. No, I'm serious, Amy. I went light. I only put $1,500. I didn't put much. I went super light. It's OPEX week, and I was chasing. Those are two no nos, you know. So I went light. I only put $1,500. Remember, I told you guys OPEX week. I sized down. I literally sized down. Also, I got in. I got in at around right here. At around right here, I got in. So this is a chase, you know. And I wanted my entry to be around here. So this is a big chase that I'm doing. It's not showing in the thing. Oh well. But yeah, I wanted to get in here. Oh, Nvidia trigger, guys. Nvidia triggers. Sorry, I got distracted, man. Nvidia trigger, guys. Wow. Oh my gosh. Nvidia's going, guys. I forgot to send the text, but Nvidia trigger, guys. I don't know if you guys want to chase. We do have QQQ and SPY rejected right now, so you guys can see we got SPY right here rejected in the level in the opening. Same thing with QQQ. They are both rejecting. Nvidia's going, guys. Nvidia is going. I missed the entry on it. I was too busy watching it. The entry was right here, literally, at 186.99. It's late, but if you want to chase it, it's not bad. You should have gotten filled at around, let me see, you should have got filled at around 140. Should have got filled at around 140. It's currently at 177. Not bad. But yeah, this is why I sold my AMD. As you guys can see, I don't like to wait for the test of the levels. You guys can see, look at this sell-off here. I would have lost a lot of gains here. Like literally this contract's running from $7 to currently $4.50. That's a big difference, from $7 to $4.50. That's why I like to sell into strength. Oh my gosh, you guys watching Nvidia? A lot of gains, guys. Can trim some Nvidia here if you like. Trim some Nvidia here at $2. What a move on Nvidia, guys. Tell me you guys took that. No, yeah, I said it wasn't a good idea because it was a chase, the AMD, but I still took it. I told you guys I still took it, but it was not a good idea since it was a chase. Guys, are you guys watching Nvidia right now, guys? Wow. You should be up over 50% on Nvidia. $55% on Nvidia, guys, if you took it. And it's coming up on target. So you want to sell into strength, guys. Beautiful 60% on Nvidia. I should have took it. This was a much better entry than AMD, but it was still a chase. It was still a chase. I think it was on this candle right here that I gave the alert at the open of this candle. It was still a chase when my entry was target hit on Nvidia. Perfect, guys. I told you guys 189.2 was the target. It just hit. Lock most of your gains here, guys. Beautiful gains, guys. Contracts went from $2.40. I mean, contracts went from $140 to $240. You cannot beat that, guys. That is set over 70%, guys. This is exactly where Nvidia's rejecting right now, guys. At that 189.12, the PT I gave you guys. Hopefully you guys took it. Man, I wish I would have taken an Nvidia. I was too busy watching QQQ and SPY, man. I was watching that rejection on SPY and QQQ, but I would have took this right here. This would have been beautiful gains. Let me see. My entry would have been at around. Would have had a better entry. Would have been at around 1.10. I'm lying, about 1.25. I mean, the entry still wasn't that bad, you know. From 140 to 1.10. It's an okay difference, you know. It's an extra 20% that I would have to risk. But it was still, I should have took it, you know, but hindsight is 2020. I should have still took it right here in this candle here. But again, I already had chased AMD. I didn't want to chase also Nvidia. This is why you want to sell into shrimp, guys. You see how if you wait for it to after the level, you're gonna get this rejection. You know, you're gonna lose a lot of gains there. You're gonna lose a lot of gains there. Contracts went from the top 240 all the way down to 190. That's why I like to sell into shrimp. AMD gave a re-entry here, guys, on this pullback. This would have been a good entry right here. The only thing is you have resistance right here, and we have another level right here. So risk the reward, you know. Are you guys having a hard time hearing me? Can you guys hear me now? I don't know what's going on. But like I was saying, AMD gave a nice re-entry right here, guys. NVIDIA gave a re-entry? No, not NVIDIA. AMD guy. I'm looking at AMD, Jamie. AMD. But the only thing is it's coming up on resistance right here, 237.6. I would wait. I would wait maybe for the break and retest of 237.6. I'll let you guys know. But I alerted 2 fire trades, guys. NVIDIA did over 70%. AMD did about 120%. 2 fire trades. Two fire trades. QQQ and SPY still looking suspect, man. Both are making lower highs here in the 2-minute, and they're both rejecting the opening print. That is a disgrace, man. That is a disgrace. Meta's showing weakness right here, man. It's breaking yesterday's low. Meta now has room down to 606.8. It wouldn't be a bad idea to take Meta puts. Oh, guys, my Thinkorswim is freezing. I don't know why is it freezing, man. I literally only use this computer for trading, man. The only thing showing relative strength right now is AMD. SPY and QQQ are very weak. Trying to see if we can get a break and retest here on Meta. Let me go back to AMD. Yeah, AMD gave an entry right here, guys. Man, my computer freezing, man. Yeah, AMD gave an entry around here. The only thing is the level was right here, so it's kind of risky, you know. I was gonna anticipate that it was gonna take out the higher day, but you know, it's still risky, you know. I would much rather like for it to break and retest over 237.6. Look for a re-entry there. You guys can hear me fine now, right? Or is it still messing up? You hear me good? Perfect. I wish I would have went a little heavier on AMD, but again, OPEX week and it's a chase. Don't want to didn't want to risk it, but I should have made at least. I should have made at least about $2,500, $3,000 on that AMD play. I'll take the 550. 550 in 2 minutes. Where else can you make? Where else can you make $550 in 2 minutes? Tell me. Tell me in what profession can you make $550 in 2 minutes? Not even 2 minutes. I got in at 9:30:15, and I got out most at 9:31:46. So a minute and a half. What else can you make $550 in a minute and a half? By clicking a single button. You took Nvidia, but it got out early. Why you got out early? Nvidia looked good. I just didn't want to chase again. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to chase two stocks back to back. Here, Nvidia's given a re-entry here. Nvidia. I would take this, but again, resistance is right here, so it's type risky, you know. Let me see, what's the risk reward on here? They need to add a risk to reward. Okay, for it to be a 2-to-1, if you can remove this out the way, I can't really see what it's saying. For it to be the 2-to-1 risk reward, Nvidia would need to hit around 189.5, I would say. QQQ SPY looking weak, guys. As you guys can see. But they're pretty much just, they're in a range right now. They're pretty much in a range. It's QQQ, let's look at SPY. You guys can see they're both under the opening. They're both rejecting the level here. So TSM had gotten back above the opening, man. So that's an earnings play though. Those are risky. Earning plays are risky. It's doing a 2-minute. It's doing a 2-minute 1, 2, 3 right now, TSM. You see how those contracts, how pricey they are. The 350, they're not so pricey. TSM had earnings today prior to market open. Nvidia, man, Nvidia's is giving a nice little pullback here again. A nice little break and retest. I'm not Nvidia, AMD. This will be a nice little entry, but again, we have a level right here, resistance. We don't want to anticipate, we want to. It's a good entry if you anticipate that the AMD is going to break and hold over this 237.6. It could very well happen, but we don't want to predict. We want it to break, retest, and then give us an entry, okay? We don't want to predict anything. We want it to come up to this level here, and then we want it to give us a retest. That's what we want. We want the retest at this level here. We want it to break, and then we want it to retest. You gotta be patient. I mean, we already did 2 beautiful plays. AMD beautiful. Nvidia also did beautiful. Nvidia, I didn't want to also chase it, but Nvidia was actually the safer entry. Also, AMD pretty much hit his daily ATR, guys. So his daily ATR is about $9. So from the low of from 227.8 at around to 236.6, that's a $9 move. So AMD already did his daily ATR. Do you really want to Testing your luck, you know. Can it do two ATRs in one day? Yes. Absolutely, it can, especially with the strength that it's showing today. But do we want to risk that, man? Not really. We really want to risk it. We'll see. We'll see. I wanted to break and retest this 237.6 and see how it looks. But if you want an early entry, right here is the early entry here on AMD. If you want to anticipate the breakout. If you want to be patient and wait, then wait for the break and retest. Buying QQQ, man. Lucaru. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna log out. Don't want to test my luck today. Tomorrow, I highly doubt that I'll trade tomorrow. It's FOMC. I trade horrible on FOMC Fridays. FOMC is the third Friday of every month. So usually that month usually that Friday of the third week of every month, I usually trade pretty bad for some reason. So I just stay away. And I've come to that conclusion with from all the journaling that I've done. The third Friday of every month, that whole week, is when I perform the worst. So that third week of every month is usually when I perform the worst. So you guys have seen that I size down. I'm not using my bigger precisions because again, I don't perform very well OPEX week. That 2-minute 123 I was telling you guys about on TSM worked out pretty well. It's working out decently. Like I said, I didn't want to take it because the target, the overnight highs are, I mean, the pre-market high is right here, 349.99. So it's a very close target. It's working out decently, you know. Contracts move nicely as well. They went from 276 to 350. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very choppy price action, guys, on QQQ and SPY. Remember, tomorrow's OPEX, so I recommend you guys stay away. And if you are going to trade, please size down. Look at this price action on QQQ. Ugly looking. SPY, same thing. Neither calls or puts are working pretty well right now with this choppy price action. Looks like if you took the early entry I told you guys about on AMD, it's working out very well right now. If you took the early entry. I just didn't know if it was going to break and hold over this 237.6. I didn't want to anticipate it. But man, AMD does not care about the market. It does not care that AMD, that SPY and QQQ are chopping around. AMD's doing his own thing. Tesla's showing relative weakness. See how Tesla looking. It is coming up in the gap fill right here, Tesla. If it breaks and hold under 439.2, then it has room down to 433.71. Let me go back to AMD. AMD looks like it wants to break, man. Looks like it wants to break, and I don't really see anything stopping it. If it breaks and holds over 237.6, I don't see anything stopping it from reaching 246.31. But again, it already hit its daily ATR, so that would be another ATR that we have to do. So that would be two ATRs in one day. It can happen. You guys got any questions, man? I'm pretty much about to log out. Excuse me. All right, guys. I see you guys have no questions, man. I'm going to call it a day, man. Peace out, guys.